Hey guys, so today I'm here to share with you a little tip that I've used since I had my first child, and she's now 10 and I've used it for all 4 of my kids now, and it's a trick to keep them from falling out of the bed. So quick story, one time Andrew, who is now 7, he fell out of the bed, and it was when I didn't use this trick for him. He said that he didn't think he would fall out of the bed. He's now 7 and he doesn't need this trick, but I think he was around 5 when this happened. He turned over, he fell out of the bed in the middle of the night. He hit his head on the dresser that's right beside his bed. He was bleeding profusely. If you've ever been around a head wound, it shocked everybody awake in the middle of the night. He's crying, he's bleeding everywhere. We take him to the bathroom to try to get him cleaned up, and the blood stopped. And I got really hot, and he had woken me out of my sleep, and while we were trying to clean him up, I passed out in the bathroom. So, what you need to know is, make sure your kids are really, really ready before you get rid of this tip. I learned that the hard way. So, back in the day, whenever we actually used to read magazines, do you guys remember that? You know, reading magazines. I used to get, when I was pregnant with Annie, they would send you free parenting magazines, and so I was reading a free parenting magazine with my mom, and we saw this tip for how to use a pool noodle to keep your child from falling out of the bed. And I thought, that is never going to work. That is the dumbest thing I ever heard, because a pool noodle, I mean, you usually use those bed rails. It's hard to make the bed around them. It's just kind of annoying. And so I thought, well, I'm just going to try it. So here are a couple tips. We went to, around here, we go to the Dollar General, which if you live in Southwest Virginia is commonly referred to as the Dollar General. And we got some pool noodles. Now there's a couple different kind of pool noodles that you can get. You can get the really large ones, and you can also get the ones that are kind of small. Now the really large ones are hollow in the middle, and so we found what gives more shape to the pool noodle, and I'm fixing to show you, and keeps it more round so that when kids sit on it when they're getting ready, it doesn't end up flat, is if you take the smaller pool noodle and push it down in, that was a weird hand gesture, push the smaller pool noodle down inside the larger, and it will give it a lot more shape so that it won't, you know, go flat after your kids sit on it a few times. So I'm in front of Eli's bed. I'm going to show you a couple tips. We've used this now, like I said, for all 4 kids. None of them fall out of the bed when we use this trick. I don't know why it works. I guess it's just that much of a buffer where they hit it and they realize that they shouldn't roll any farther, but it really works. I was a skeptic, and I'm going to show you how I have it fixed down inside their bed. So let me see if I can get my camera to cooperate. This is Eli's bed, and it's hard to see. So here's his pool noodle. So you can see it going up and down the side right on the edge of his bed. And what I wanted to show you was how I think I got my camera too close, what I do to make sure that it stays in place. So here are his sheets. But what we've done is actually put the pool noodle under 2 sheets. So we have a bottom sheet, and then we have his top sheet, and it gives it a little bit more. If you try to just use it under 1 sheet, and this is not a super tight fitted sheet, then the pool noodle will just slide down the side. So by putting a one fitted sheet and then another fitted sheet over top of it, you get a little bit more stability. Now, see what I'm talking about in here? So I've got the large pool noodle, and then I've got the smaller pool noodle shoved down inside, so that we've used this. This was Andy's and Eli's, and we haven't had to get a new one because it's really, it keeps its shape whenever you do that. So then you just put it on the side of the bed, you put your 2 fitted sheets over them, and then you fix the rest of your bed and you get it all tucked in. And then this is just enough of a buffer to keep them from falling out of the bed. So give it a try. I think you'll find and be surprised like me that it actually works. And then you won't be a skeptic anymore. But it works a lot better for us than having the bed rails, because those just seem to be hard to work around. So I hope this was helpful. So head yourself down to the Dollar General and get yourself some pool noodles.